Hello there, beautiful internet and you amazing creatures of the game. This game is very brutal. And I haven't considered time it would take people to even get past the character creation. But in reality, this game, at its core, once you understand it, it becomes logical on how to manage through it. You have to spend your time into focusing into your own class because obviously, as I said, if you try to become a jack of all trades, you're not gonna excel into anything. So some combat systems and skill traits and so on can take time to show their true value. For example, if you start with throwing knives, it's gonna be very frustrating at the beginning, but the better you get towards the end, you will see you're becoming super overpowered. So some classes are difficult to start, difficult to understand. You will have to do a lot of reading. And obviously the class that I'm playing right now, the Stealth Crossbow, is very simple, very fun, and does not require a lot of in-depth creativity, let's call it. I could have also gone as what's it called, a scientist, but then again I would have been louder. Uh, there would have been ways around that as well, but I don't know, this is my specific class that I kind of enjoy. Yeah, you can make the game as complicated as you want. The difficulty of this game stands in your hand. It's not actually the difficulty that you set on the start of the game, even although that can be extra brutal, and that's more of a challenge rather than a difficulty stat. But the difficulty is based on how you choose to play and which way you like to take. Do you want to be fully aggressive and destroy everything in your path? Do you want to take the diplomatic way? Do you want to do something in between? So on and so forth. So many options. So many options. And I believe that this mission has, well, these three missions have the best composition out of all of them. And I will explain. It's super easy to just rush through and go crazy about this mission and try to go in, eliminate your target, and that's that. That's all nice and dandy, but I believe they would want their guy to get out of prison and not die in here, because he's a valuable asset. They don't want character, the prisoner, to flip on them and give the information out. So we can have a few options to play around and see which way we can go. Now, the fun thing about this mission is that if you try to go inside here and you do something crazy, the prison is going to shut down and you're gonna be trapped in, which is mental. There are ways out of here as well, but again, it also plays based on your skills and talents and so on. So that's why I said that I need a bit of time to prepare myself, because I wanted to see what my skills are capable of. So there is a way to talk to the prisoner and eliminate him that way, or there is a way to make to bust him out of here, like a prison break. There is another way to go inside the prison and execute him yourself, sorry. There are ways to... also, very importantly, when you see this icon over here, if you are spotted by the cameras in this zone, you might later trigger hostilities from certain factions if the footage is not promptly erased. So you also have to take this into account. If you're gonna do an action, you have to make sure you either not get caught on the cameras, you destroy the cameras when they're not seeing you, or you erase the footage. And here, leave no witnesses. If you trigger the hostilities with characters in this zone and leave the zone before disposing of the witnesses, the hostilities may propagate to the entire faction and even allied factions, which means you have to eliminate everyone here as a guard. Now, violence is not always rewarded for its brutality. You know, there are situations that require some violence. But I believe that here we can be sneaky. We should play it chill and cool. So I got extra information about who we should talk about this witness, this not witness actually, this prisoner, because he was caught, but we don't know under what circumstances exactly he was caught. We got just a vague idea that he executed somebody and he let himself get caught. But what if we talk to the chief? Let's see. I need to know about a prisoner called Todor Seliwach. Todor Seliwach. Isn't that the man who killed Bolivar Daud? Accused of killing due to Judge Taylor's passing, I will be dealing with all criminals cases. So, what you intended to talk about? I believe he is innocent and should be released. Eros, you're already proven trustworthy, and I thank you for all your help so far. Obviously, if we didn't do the previous missions of helping the Foundry, he wouldn't even consider our words. But I haven't even gotten to this case yet, with all the work I have at the moment, and most of our investigators are busy with other cases. The reason I haven't begun is that we are still missing the murder weapon. If you manage to find it alongside any other clues, we can quickly process the case and release him. It's a deal. I'll be back with some evidence. Aha. So we gotten some extra information here. Now, in order to see where he was shooting from, we would require to kind of, well, investigate him ourselves. So let's go to the prison, if we can reach there. And let's talk to this woman, to the warden, to Delma. Amigo, good to see you. I need to ask you some questions about a prisoner named Todor. Yes, Todor something something. We did what did you want to ask about him? Why is he here? What is your relationship with him? We're just friends? I'm sorry, that's not good enough. Rules are rules. I have saved the Foundry from being overrun by monsters and can't even ask about or see my friends in prison? Well, thank you, Delma. Your response instigates a long pause. Alright, alright. What was it you wanted to ask me about, Todor? So why is he here? He is accused of murdering a traveling merchant called Bolivar Daud. His case is currently on hold due to the unfortunate death of Judge Taylor, and it will be continued after a new judge has been selected or elected. Or if someone important and urgent comes up, the current chief, Banner, in this case, can decide the fate of the accused. That is all according to Foundry law. I'd like to see him. I'll allow it, but this one time only. I'll tell the guards to lead you to the visitor's room. Uh-huh. Wait. had another question. Oh, let's go with this one. I need full access to your surveillance room. I want to see... I was sent here by Chef Gunner himself. Chief, not Chef. Her reply is preceded by a puzzle look. Excuse me, I was never informed of this. Care to explain? Can't reveal the details, but since it came from the chief himself, do know that it is of utmost importance. Something suspicious is happening within the Foundry Guard. Foundry Guard Chief tasked me to conduct the whole investigation in secrecy, so I can't reveal too much information. Okay, I understand. For an outsider, you have performed some great work for us, so I shouldn't have any reasons to doubt you. All is well. You are free to conduct your investigation. If you need access to the main console, you are only allowed to review camera recordings. You are not allowed to access. You are not allowed access to any of the other options. Okie No, I don't know if we can do this before or after. Let me check. Okay, this activates all of these things. Review stored camera recordings. You review the recordings and it appears that none of the cameras caught you doing anything illegal. Let's hack a little bit the surveillance recording. You successfully disable the recording function of this video surveillance system. Moreover, you make it so that the security monitors are still displaying the recording icon as to maintain the impression that everything is working as intended. Interesting. So therefore, now let's see the guy. How do you feel about the mines being reopened? Foundry is back on its feet, alive and kicking. We got rid of the beast, with your help of course, amigo, she laughs. We still have to deal with the pollution and the increase in violence crimes though. It's one step at a time, I suppose. Okie dokie. So I'd like to see him. Go meet Todor. You are led into the small room by a guard who locks the door behind you. You wait for a minute or two, glancing at the electric eye of the camera sweeping across the room. At last, footsteps can be heard approaching. The door opens and the guard leads in a man you presume is to be Todor. The guard locks the other door behind him, leaving you to mutual scrutiny. Todor is the first to speak. So, you're the one who wanted to talk to me. I don't remember ever seeing you before. We could attack him here, but that's not a good idea. I'm Eros, and I've been sent by Everard. Everard, he smiles. I see my friends haven't forgotten about me. Great. What do you have in mind? Are you getting me out of here? Tell me what happened. How did you end up in here? I guess Everard told you everything, but here goes. Hell, some time ago, Everard told me to follow this guy, Boulevard out, some merchant traveling around the south Underrail. I was supposed to keep an eye on him, and after receiving the green light, I was to assassinate him. All was well. When the time to kill came, I shot him with my sniper rifle. You should have seen it. His head split in half. He smiles. Large caliber rounds make gruesome wounds. Then people panicked. They dispersed in all directions. I left the rifle on the roof I took the shot from, so I wouldn't be seen walking around with it. Then I made my way down and began my retreat to the hideout. Nearly made it back. All was going according to plan, then a guard stopped me. Damn it. I was almost there, and he was real suspicious, as if he knew I had taken the shot. Maybe someone saw me, or I don't know. But the bastard just wouldn't budge, and well, here I am. And I had done everything right. It's just, I was out of luck. What do you mean by receiving the green light? Damn it. I don't know if I should if I should say it, but Bolivar was supposed to meet with another trader, an arms merchant working for some people in Core City. Oliver Mikas is his name. Hell, the guy's been selling guns to everyone from small gangs to iron hands. And I heard he even traded with lurkers. The foundry guard doesn't know any of this, by the way. So, the more we dig, the more we find out this merchant wasn't actually as innocent as he might have sounded. All in all, I was to wait before Mikas and Daud met, and then watch the latter. Do you know who ordered the assassination? No, even if I did. I can't spill, but I don't think it was Mikas. I was watching them. They seemed like they made a good deal. Both seemed rather pleased. Hmm. We can persuade, if we have poison in our inventory, we can persuade him to off himself. And the stronger the poison, the more humane the thing is considered anyway. The idea is that that's one approach. There are other few small variations of that approach. The alternative is to break him out using some of the prison's flaws, if we can find those. They're a bit tricky, but it's there somewhere. You would probably need to accommodate with stealth, infiltration, but there are the more direct routes. But we're gonna do it the finesse way. That's all I wanted to talk to you about. Well, let's ask about the prison. Hell, this place is pretty well secure, that's for sure. There's camera all over the place, with all the monitors done from the large security room in the center of the prison. Hell, have you seen all the guards, the tourists? These people are not messing around. Everguard is worried about you talking, you know what I mean. Todor's face becomes that serious. I haven't spoken about the cell. They asked me all sorts of questions, but I swear I told them nothing. Everguard knows me. Come on. I believe you, don't worry. I'll get you out of here. Oh, thank you. Scares me for a moment. Phew. So, what's the plan? That's all I wanted to talk to you about for now. This seems functional. So we got our next clue. He shot from a high place. Now, a high place that I could think would be around here. Let's see. Well, I don't see any. Oh, sniper rifle over here. Ta-da! Abandoned sniper rifle foundry. This sniper was found on the rooftops in Foundry. The weapon appears to have been used sometime in the past. Let's go back a little. What can we do with this information? I mean, with this piece of evidence. Let's inquire here at these guys. Maybe they can give me a hint. About Todor. Go with the judge. Appoint a new judge. So, but for now, he's in the hands of the prison warden. Okay. Why was the merchant killed? Because someone wanted him dead. Simple, right? Revealing who was behind it is impossible. That is something you are not allowed to know. True. What about the prison? Well, it's a high security area, I can tell you that. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, we know all of this, so no more information over here. What are you guys doing here on this rooftop? Chilling. He laughs. I'm joking, of course. As you can see, we have more than satisfying position here above everyone else. We can observe them and do our work pretty much without interference, right? What is that work exactly? Some other time on that, he smiles. Yeah. Okay, this isn't helping us much. Let's go to the chief. Maybe the chief will have a different interaction based on the evidence we have found. Although it's kind of dubious that that guard took him. But he gave us the information that he was not in the vicinity of the sniper rifle, so let's see how this goes. I need to talk to you about the prisoner. I have the weapon that was used to kill Bolivar. Chief takes a careful look at the rifle with what you've got. I found the rifle on the roof of the block in the alley Bolivar that was shot, and I found out that Bolivar was supposed to meet an arms merchant named Oliver Mikas. They had an argument, and Mikas later had him shot. Some like dude or chick who ain't Todor shot Bolivar with this rifle. In the head, yeah. Oh yeah, that's definitely the best approach. Mikas. I remember that name mentioned, but all that you told me still doesn't prove that he killed Dawood. I might need more than that. Well, you have no evidence on Cell Watch either. Let's see. I see. You've already proven you are a good investigator, so I'll trust you on this one. I'll take the rifle and see what information we have on Mikas. I'll have my men write on it. That is good. I'll pass this on and see if this was indeed the weapon Dawood was killed with. I'll also see if we can learn anything from the weapon command simulator, and I'll have the answer got it. Maybe not. Who the hell was Mikas though? Interesting, now that I do not know. Maybe I need to leave the area and come back. just to reload. I don't know. I'm thinking. You're back. Upon conducting an investigation, discovered that the rifle you gave me was indeed used to kill Bolivar Daoud based on the angle and of shot, etc. We have no evidence that could Todor fired the gun, as there was no fingerprints on the rifle, nor any other clues. You also have no way to link the gun to Mika's either. Still, due to the lack of evidence, as well as your involvement in the case, Todor Selvac is now a free man. We will attempt to locate Mikas. Hopefully that will lead us to the real murder. Consider your friend a free man. Ooh. I don't remember a Mika. Or maybe there is one, I don't know. Let's see. Did this solve the whole quest? Actually, let's go talk to the warden. Let's see if the warden has anything to add. No. Oh, you're only allowed, I think, once to talk to him, and that's it. So he's definitely not in there, I suppose. Let's go up and see if our awesome friend is waiting for us with his cell. Well, I mean, group. Yes, about Todor. Yes, I managed to get Todor released from prison. Excellent. Hear that you did the good work. Todor will be out of Foundry for a while. I'm guessing he has already heard of a safer location. Headed, sorry. Still, I have to ask you something. Tell me, was Todor discreet about our business in Foundry? You know what I mean. He didn't say anything, I'm sure of it. He smiles. Good. I'm very glad to hear that. You can return to Jack now. Your work here is done. And perhaps there are more clues, but this is the extent that I could go around doing it. I don't know where you can find information about Mikas and stuff like that. Perhaps that would have been incriminating even better, but whatever. Whatever. Now, let's go back to Core City. But there was something about that I noticed. Where is it? Maybe it was in SGS? Now here, this... When I was reading about the health reports, the medical reports in SGS, I did notice something interesting. That one of the patients who had the chest pains, Murder, had a different name. Well, a similar name to Murder, but it was his real name there. So I found that a bit awkward. perhaps we'll get more information in Core City. And where do we go in Core City? Obviously to the bar. That's always the best place to be. Although there is someone else I would like to ask something. So as I said, let me just check this again to make sure that I'm correct. This one. Michael Mordington. You know, because I remember because I had like, what a difficult name to pronounce, Michael Mordington. And it's Mordor. Hmm. So, yeah, I found that curious. But, might mean thing. Who knows? Let's go to the cantina. Let's talk to our barkeeper over here. Hey, see that guy in the corner? The one who looks like a train wreck? That's Lennox Pierce. Try not to disturb the poor fellow, okay? Come on the bar if all the other seats are taken. Just leave that table alone. Now, what are you having? What do you know about Patrick Pierce's death? Looking at his brother over there, I wish I knew more. But I can only tell you what we all know. Pat died in his sleep. Thinking about it, what if Pascal found out what killed Pat and it turned out it was agonizingly painful and that he was struggling the whole time? Interesting aspect. Would learn something. Would you like to learn something like that? I don't know what's better of the two. I really don't. Can you tell me what he was like as a person? She smiles. Pretty sweet, actually. We used to chat a lot whenever he showed up. He talked about his horrible past in Core City, how he survived the riots. He felt he did some bad things back then. How he's finally found a way to atone for what he did by leading a more peaceful life. Then Big Brett comes along and starts nagging about those stupid haters from his hoppers. Heaters, not haters. Ha! Okay. My feeling is that it's the medicine that killed him. Maybe he had an allergic reaction to it. But the doctor might have noticed that, I suppose. But then again, there is this conspiracy. Maybe they are covering up. No one should be considered innocent just yet. So let's go to Core City. Core City is the place to be if we want to find information. So we'll go into Core City at the club. And actually, I just remember something. Just a second. Okay. So let's go back a bit. going to do something here that I forgot to do. As you can see, but you have to look closely. There's the set of symbols here. So, if we go on and drink one of this, now we can attune to the rift. You see a small, bright, flat-looking ripple in the otherwise three-dimensional space around you. Attune yourself to the rift. You fix your eyes on the ripple energies of the rift and focus your mind on it. You can almost feel your flowing from your forehead into the rift into a wave of juice. For a brief moment, with a deafening shriek, your mind is flooded with countless images, all indiscernibly mush up into mental white noise. You snap out of it with a gasp. You see the rift more clearly now. It beckons you closer. So now we can travel somewhere. Okay. And there is another rift. Actually, there's 3 rifts in Core City. Or 4 actually. But I'm just gonna check these 2 because the third one is a bit tricky to get and the fourth one is unlocked a bit later. So let's go to the Merchant's Arena and blah blah blah. This is just a convenient way to just travel faster if we wish. So we have one in... Oh, I forgot to talk to that guy. Whatever. So if we go here in the room somewhere... It's this room. Oh, no, maybe it's not. Oh. My mistake. It's not inside. It's here though, I forgot. Oh, it's locked. We still have 11 minutes to find it. So there is this stair over here. If we go over here, we have this guy. Okay, let's attune ourselves. And there we go. Now what does this guy have to say? Come on, say. Did you just create a tier into the universe for me? Oh. The monster. What? This guy is writing too fast. My left turn to pipeworks after both. Oh my god. It's good to see you all again, Dad. Motion relaxes me, it draws my mind. He talks too fast. You're looking younger than me, Dad. I'm cold, Dad. Could you hug? Oh. After your facelifter's going. Oh my god. Dad, could you bring me some shroom juice? Yeah, interesting. I can't read that fast, unfortunately. So the guy is just zoned out. Okay. So these 2 guys are just chilling over here. Ah, did you renew your inventory? Unfortunately, no. I don't see that barrel. Probably later. This is the man we want to talk to. He's our guide. Hey, pal. I knew you would find me. So we can find a lot of information, even about the acid hunters if we care to ask about it. I need some specific information. That's what I'm saying. Prepare some food and let's get started. We have some food in our inventory. We need information. I need some information on former Praetorian security officer Patrick Pierce. Now, the information we would require could be asked directly from the Praetorian place itself, but we need to join them in order to do that. And if you join them, you have to do missions and you have to be elevated in position, and only after that do you have access to the information. But we have other means. Again, hey pal, I can't dig something out for you. Don't you worry about the thing. John's your man. Don't you trust me? Come on, pal. He observes you with anticipation. After a few moments, he smiles and speaks. Fine, if you're not gonna offer anything, I'll have to ask it for myself. Since this requires quite a bit of work, I'll have my special. Your special what? You're joking, right? You don't know what my special is? Hey pal, you disappoint me. Come on, how come you don't know what my special is? It's like you've only recently met me, pal. Hello. Look, just go to Mo and tell him you want John's special. Got it? Bring it to me, my pal, and by the time you're back, I'll prepare everything you need about. That's what I'm talking about. He raises his chin and speaks in a pseudo-divine force. Now go, mortal, seek Mo and acquire John's special. If the god, me, is pleased, then you will gain the knowledge that you seek so vigorously. Go now, G. I'm going. You bastard. Did we check this one? Looks like the shop. Mugger's corpse wanted to mug me. Okay, let's go at the bottom, and since we're going there, let's go to the train station first and ask a few more directional information about what to do with the data we got about the Hercules side effects. No, not that one. Damn it. This guy is Mo. We'll talk to him in a moment. Where is the guy? Ohad. Is it done? I've tested Hercules and it turns out that you are right. The drug is devastating for whomever consumes it. While there may be temporary benefits, its negative effects should quickly nullify them, resulting even in death. A smile slowly creeps on his face. Naturally, I'm not surprised at all at your findings, but know that I don't need any of the details really, nor care about them at this point. Just make sure all eyes and ears in Core City are exposed to this information. That is all that matters. Good work so far. Just need to deliver the final blow. Yeah. So he doesn't give us any indication about that. But there are a few ways to do it. Actually, there's 2 ways. And well, one requires hip locking, which we do not have. And the other one I'm just considering if I should just check the area around. But it's too early. No, I will do it a bit later. The other way, well, we will find pretty soon. Oh, we didn't talk to Mo. Damn it. Silly. Mo, my friend. You look hungry, Traveler. How about something warm and tasty to fill your belly? I'd like to order John's special. Bless him. You go. You got 200 kerns already? Ah, can I get a discount? I'm afraid not. The ingredients themselves are what makes it so expensive, especially the spices. The price is 200 kerns and not a kern less. Here you go. Oh, do you put gold in that thing? John's specials require some expensive ingredients. He likes it made that way. Not only for the better taste, but also for the better conversation, as he phrases it himself. He never hesitates sending someone to buy it for him. So the price is not the issue, apparently. Here you go, hardcore. Please wait while I prepare the dish. It won't take too long. It took a while for Mo to prepare for the special, more than he suggested at first. Still, you never seen someone prepare a dish with so many different and to you exotic looking spices, different kinds of meat, some removed from a vertical skewer at the stall, some from the grill with the addition of 5 kinds of mushrooms, roots, and of course spices. The scent is so strong it could make a person feel full without even touching the food. And finally, the dish is ready. Here you go. Tell John I said hi. Can I get some more John special? Of course, but I can only make so many at a time. If it's the spices, you know, they're really hard to come by, especially now. But as long as you got the kerns. Them I got more. Let's get an extra one. So John's special, a dish made from various meats, blah 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 blah. When you consume it increases all skills by 5. Consuming the food will remove effects. That's not a bad deal. How heavy is this? 0.25. But it only increases your skills. Well, I suppose having an extra one doesn't hurt. I think the under pies increases all of your skills by 3. Merchants. Now, we have various foods with us. Let's see if we can make John the Beautiful give us as much information as possible with the food he gives us. With the food, with the food we give him, actually. The god. Wait, is there something? No. We'll talk to these guys a bit later. I liked his conversations. He's also really cool. Hey pal, got the food ready? Here's your special. Now I want the information on Patrick Pierce. My food! Gimme, gimme, gimme. He then smells it. That's what I'm talking about. Damn, this is good. Pal, you did excellent. While you're gone, I got the information you needed, so listen up carefully, cause I will be eating and talking at the same time. First bite. Your friend, Swallows, your friend Patrick was indeed working for Plutonian Security. He came abroad almost 15 years ago. So This is our first information when Biocorp fell 15 years ago when the riots happened. Back when it was still pretty bad in Core City. Riots, gangs, violence. Hey pal, Patrick was fighting rioters until he got hurt badly and he had to leave for good. Second bite. Have something the best have comes the best part. Patrick was involved with something quite interesting during this time, his time in Petrolian security. Operation Banishment. What can you tell me about Operation Banishment? Third bite. Observe. Op- Operation Banishment, Swallows. Operation Banishment was a clean up of all the remaining Spectres, Biocorp's elite operatives, who were still loyal to the overthrown anti-protectorate Biocorp directors. Patrick turned out to be quite a hero. He got a promotion for killing several of these deadly specters. But he was injured soon after that, so he didn't have the time to enjoy it. Ah. Fourth and final bite. Whoa, he eats like a pig. What? Where's the food? I ate it all? I'm still hungry. Tummy's burning. Not yet. Gone. Is that everything? Hey pal, you really think I'd hide something from you, huh? Don't disappoint me, pal. That's all I know. What about the Spectres? Do you know more about them? Not really. Just what I told you. Former Biocorp Special Forces unit. Deadly. All killed by Petrolian security officials, at least. Most of the information on Spectres was probably destroyed a long time ago. I don't know, pal. If you search hard enough, maybe you'll find some hardcore dope who's interested in all that stuff and knows more about it than I do. However, unlikely that someone knows anything more than me. His stomach growls. Again? You're a strange man, John. Let's ask him something else. Let's tell him that. My mommy doesn't think so. He's just epic. Okay. That's a useful part of information. He looks around and whispers, "Hey pal, got food? Got the food ready?" Why John the Beautiful? His neutral expression turns into a smile far bigger than his appetite. He sticks out his chest, extends his long arms, then quickly hands them so that his index fingers point straight to his torso. Afterwards, he speaks with higher-pitched, almost childlike voice. Just look at me, am I not? 1 psychosecond later, you are speechless. That's what I was talking about. John Steele's got it, yeah. How do you feel about the Faceless? Come on, the Faceless? Hey pal, listen, don't be silly, okay? I've seen more hardcore things crawl out of the pipeworks. They just stay outside for a while, and once they realize I'm in here, they'll leave. No one messes with me. That's what I'm talking about, pal. Some general information about Core City. General, you say? Well, you know, I like not too much, pal. I like you, not too much, pal, but I like you enough so I can share some minor info for free. But you want something really valuable, then you gotta give me food. Torches. I've been watching them for some time, pal. They're funny. You can tell a lot about someone by looking at what they eat. And these guys don't eat meat. At least I never saw them. They are peaceful, sure. They seem smart, well-educated, sure. They got their thing going, that's all nice. But they don't eat meat. They don't eat meat. How can you not eat meat? If I stopped eating meat, it would be the day I'd be dead in a day. I like my meat. Interesting. What about the hardcore bar? You think I'd hang out here behind the bar? The bar I dislike. Hey pal, you disappoint me. I like this place. It's hardcore. Hardcore, pal. They have drinks, and food. And atmosphere is good. And just as you relax, have a drink, and a match starts. Beautiful. That's life, pal. And then this happens often. Someone who needs some info recognizes me and approaches. And I'm one borrower burger richer. Yes. What about the petroleum security? They keep us safe, he laughs quick. I know, I'm funny. But seriously, listen to them. They've got those enforcers of there all over the city, but look at the poor drop zone. No one. Who cares? They don't. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just don't like zoners. In that case, they're doing a good job. Confused. What about the JKK? I'm conflicted. I love watching Arena Now and Gauntlet and those street streams. I bet on my favorite gladiators. I like all that they offer, but their security sometimes gives me a hard time, pal. Look, they can be such hardcore pipe workers when they really aim their sights at it. That's one thing I don't like, but other than that, they do a lot of sneaky undercover operations. Dirty stuff, pal. Things that will make a hair on your back bristle. John knows everything, and it is very beautiful. They know that, and that's why they've given me a hard time. About the Cortec. Cortec is boring. They made all the high-tech stuff. I mean, pal. They're not making a food materializer. Imagine that. You press the button, food. You eat the food, press the button, food. I pressed that button till the machine died. Then I buy another one. Yeah, I believe you. I believe you. The oligarchs. Listen, Pan. Listen. When you ask Corsitans, Corsitanians, Corsitians, whatever. I know it's not a word about the oligarchs. You hear either praise or hate. I'll tell you something different, pal. Oligarchs have some serious inner conflicts. It's not public, it's not all out war, but it's there. It's not obvious either, but you can spot certain things. Well, not you, pal. I can spot it. I have John vision. Anyway, it's like when the oligarchs notice that either of the other two oligarchs has an advantage in something, he tries to even the field with in some way. Things like it's the little things, you know. About the gauntlet, I like it. Someone looked at the arena and went, "Hey, this dominates, but we need something new." Poof, the gauntlet. Cortec made some complex elevators, mumbo jumbo, to move runners. Those are contestants. To random rooms to fight monsters and overcome challenges. Oh yeah, some of the rooms I think are random. It's derailed. So many people become monster food. It's hey, food. His stomach growls. And the arena? Everyone says it's hardcore entertainment, and I agree. Listen, pal, don't be silly asking me something like that. Don't you see the people that come here to witness the blood bath, the carnage? Do yourself a favor, go there and buy a ticket. One ticket, see one match. I recommend Gun Show and Bakuya. Twin brothers, they dominate. The drop zone? Look to the east. No, look. That's how you get to the zone. It's full of zoners who can zone you out. So the zone's zoners often zone other zoners out because, well, they're zoners. Okay, I'll be serious. It's a slum of the core city. Poor people, muggers, and poor muggers. The sick all there. It's very dangerous, so take good care if you're gonna pay it a visit. Now, if you smell something good, it's probably barrel soup. Some soups are good, some can kill you, pal. So far, I was lucky. Aha. Interesting. Okay, let's ask about some others. Let's ask about the acid hunters. My tummy hurts. Need burger. Here you go. We have one in the inventory. Yummy. Anyway, listen to this, pal. I've heard about these acid hunters. Don't know much about them other than they're a group of scavengers who like wielding chemical weapons exclusively, which sort of sets them apart from other schmucks. But only in that regard. Now, I also know that they are currently back in Core City hiding. Why? That I don't know, but they must be holed up somewhere real hardcore because even I don't know where they are. And I know pretty much everything. I'm John the Beautiful. Anyway, if you want to find them, you're in for some hardcore work. Mm. Other information that is very precise. Prepare the food. You know anything about Daniel Arda? Hey pal, look at me pal. Don't you think I'm starving? Just look at this floppy skin. Let's fix that with a cave hopper steak. Here you go. That's what I'm talking about. Come to me. So you want to know more about Daniel? Okay, pal, listen. I've been keeping my eye on him for a while. Whenever someone comes along and claims he's got something that's the best, which is that Hercules drug in this case, you gotta know something crooked is going on. First, Daniel is a pathological liar. He lies about his past, how he lost his eye, everything. Just ask around. You'll notice he told different stories to different people. Second, even some important than the first is about the Hercules drug. I've seen some local scavengers buy it, go do some spelunking, scavenging, whatever, and none of them ever returned in Core City. Now, you're not asking this for no reason, of course. If you want to learn what he's doing exactly, I suggest you get a sample of that stuff and test it. Simply, by the way, thank you for the food, pal. He was about to bite the steak when he suddenly stops. When I said test it, I didn't mean test it on yourself, just to be clear. Now he bites into the steak. Okay, good job. Aegis Incorporated, the one that tries to hire us. You know what? Hopper steak. Here you go. Okay, pal. By now, you've probably figured out that they're a private security company from the North Underrail, yada yada yada. So let's skip that. What's more interesting is how the company came to be. Aegis Incorporated was founded by two guys. One is a protectorate veteran and the other a wealthy businessman from this and the northern part of the cities are not in this game. They'll be in the next game. The first guy, Richard Briggs, is the guy actually running the show. He's one hardcore guy, was involved in the Battle of this 15 years ago. So 15 years ago something happened, where his arm was blown to pieces, forcing him to spend few years in recovery. Apparently, even though he got cybernetic replacement, the nerve damage had been so dominating the docs couldn't just patch him up and let him go. Okay, that means he had a lot of time to observe what was happening around him and think. The second guy, a businessman called Francis Big Frank White, his job to provide the money and take his share of earnings, not much else. The guy started from the bottom and now owns quite a lot of stuff up north. Appears to be a pretty upstanding citizen as well, unless he's, I don't know, got teen girls fighting to death in his mansion dungeons arena or something and no one knows about it, but yeah. Yes. Well, now, how did this two start? I just incorporated. The free drones started it basically. Briggs, what? The free drones? Briggs saw the need to protect folks from the newly emerging anarchist threat in places where Protectorate couldn't keep them safe, like when they're traveling south and back or stuff like that. He wasn't fit to fight Briggs, but he was fit to lead. So he hooked up with Big Frank, pitched the idea, and they started the company. Briggs then contracted his old mates and formed a crew of battle-hardened soldiers who could use its extra cash. The rest is history. The rest is history. Does the name Freak ring a bell to you? Ooh. We heard that over the phones. Sure, pal. But this calls for a special. No, no, wait. My special. That's right, my special. It's gonna take some time to dig something out. So come back later with my special. Fine, I'll come back later. He shows you after he eats the stuff. Okay, let's ask about the freak. I knew I should have taken an extra special. I'll buy one more. My food, gimme, gimme, gimme. He smells it, then takes the first bite. That's so hardcore. Swallows. Better listen careful, cause I will be eating and talking at the same time. So freak, also known as sclap, gritfix, and transfix, second bite, but freak, swallows. Nowadays, he's best known as freak. Tell me everything you know about him. Third bite. He came from Swallows, North Underrail years ago and started doing some shady crafty stuff. Stuff like hacking, forging Underrail express tickets, selling makeshift devices and sensitive information. He used the metro emergency system as a proxy for this business, and apparently he's dominated it so much to a degree he's pretty much made it his own. Fourth and final bite. Come on. Eaten already? But Tommy still complains. Anyway, he's hard to track down, trust me, because all that stuff he's been doing a fair amount of increased folk and organizations want to zone him out, or at least beat him into a pulp. Sucks hardcore either way. By the way, you remember asking me about Acid Hunter earlier? Well, he and them have apparently been involved in some forged metro ticket business in the past. Don't know much about their connection beyond that, but my tummy thinks you should be informed. That's really all I could find out. The guy's as sly as a very sly guy. His stomach growls. That never-ending story. Well, we did quite well. So we gain a few extra bits of information. Let's talk to these guys now. I'm sorry, sweetie, I've got a lot of work to do. Talk to my husband if you need information. Jean, you all worked the buff barkeeper, but somewhere along the way a mug flies before your eyes from the left to the right and collides with some poor geezer's head. The blow sends the fellow to the floor, face first, while everybody around him laughs at his misfortune, including the barkeeper. You finally approach him, and he yells at you at the same as that seems to be the only way to be heard in this place. Welcome to Hardcore City Bar, and the place where the most hardcore meet to have a drink. I haven't seen you before. I'm Jean, the owner, and here is my beautiful wife, Harriet. Name your poison, mate. So we have a lot of information that we can ask from this guy. As you can see, he's kind of like the hub. Hmm. I'm looking for some information on the Spectres, a former Biocorp Special Forces unit. Do you know anything about that? That sounds familiar, mate. Spectre, I remember. I think Oscar talked about that a few years ago. Absolutely, I remember it now. Who's Oscar? He's the owner of the Oscar's Armory. His store is just outside the bar, mate. Why would he know anything about the Spectres? I don't know. He was an enforcer in Praetorian security before he opened the store. Maybe it had something to do with his job. I don't know, mate. Maybe he can help you with the Spectres you're asking for. Aha. Have you heard of the Aegis Incorporated? Absolutely, mate. Ever since they showed up at docks, everybody's been asking about them. They are one of the largest private security company from up north, and have been around for quite a few years. Actually, I once considered hiring them to protect my wife while we were on a trip north Underrail. I reckon when them northern whims see one of our beautiful southern girls, I'll stop you. He smiles. Anyway, the Aegis guys mean hardcore business, and they have a dominating record, so I didn't mean you shouldn't. You should actually stop, Gene. I just said it. Oh yeah. Why do Northerners need a security company when they have Underrail Protectorate? Well, they need someone to protect them when they come here, you know? How dangerous this place is, and not just because of the local gangs and such, but freedoms too. They like taking hostages and exchanging them for their own captured comrades. Protectorate can't babysit everyone, so the wealthy merchants and fat rats hire these security companies to escort them. Even though there's a lot more protectorate in the south, these folks still need private security. Now, what's currently going on is that they've been hiring for some kind of an expedition to the Black Sea. So they brought pretty much everything they got, mate. That's hardcore business. What do you know about the Black Sea? I know as much as everyone else. Pirates, serpents, mysterious stuff. Ooh. I figure if you really wanna learn more about it, you go talk to the ferryman. Yeah, I know. They like coloring their stories with all kinds of hardcore superstitions, but there's a lot of truth to what they say. That's my advice to you, mate. That's an interesting advice. Like certain people, do you know merchant? Let's ask about the merchant. Oh no, let's ask about the faceless invasion. If they do break into the city, I'll give them free drinks, he laughs. What Jean wanted to say is he'd start quacking before the faceless and try to bribe them with booze. Why, love? Why? Sweetie, I'm joking. Hardcore men know how to take a joke and cook, clean, tell their wives they they love them for their time and have the. She clears her throat. Oops. Actually, what do you have to sell here? Nothing too crazy. Let's ask about the acid hunters. I know them. They're led by this guy, Cornell. Cornell, the green mohawk guy. Thanks, love. A bunch of scavengers. They come here from time to time. Can't tell you much else about them, really. Haven't seen them in a while. Who knows? Maybe they're dead. He laughs. Can you tell me about your wife? Absolutely, she's gorgeous, wonderful, smart, funny. The bar would feel so empty and lifeless without her. And she, that's enough, G. I can see you've practiced and you haven't complimented the girl's patooties in days. I love you. She smiles, dominating. Okay, Daniel. Oh, that's Cyclops. I know him. And I dislike him, mate. He comes here often pretending to be hardcore. Others orders a drink and then blatantly hits on my wife before these two eyes. What about the time we were hitting on Darcia when she was here with her husband? I wasn't hitting on her love, I was just being friendly, you know? I would never hit on another woman. Nevertheless, where were we? The Cyclops. I think he's doing some really questionable business. That Hercules thing sounds like a hoax. And if I ever see one, I've heard of some men who bought it, left Core City and never came back. Look, if you need any help with that, let me know. He wins. No one hits on my wife. Okay, I like the help, please. Absolutely, anything you need. Have evidence that proves Hercules is an extremely dangerous substance. I just need someone to present it to everyone in Core City. So you came to me, mate? I'm glad for it, because I know just the right man for the job. This guy can access one of those gauntlet ad displays and he can put it on view whatever you want. He already did it before, but that's a different story. That began with some heavy intoxication he loves. Just give me the evidence and I'll take care of everything. You really hate him, don't you? Well, we can also access, but as I said, we need lockpicking to do that, and I don't have it. A pretty high lockpicking. Nope, he laughs. I've got nothing against the Cyclops. I don't know what you're talking about. So everything's here. You just wait a while and everyone will know. Absolutely everyone. Interesting. So let's go out and reload the area. Oh, did he leave? I suppose he did. George. You come up to a short, stocky man looking at the table in front of him. The table is littered with numerous glasses, out of which only one is full. He picks it up. Your eyes become drawn to the sizable coal black tattoo on his right arm. You stare at the ink. It depicts an intricate earth fissure which starts from the elbow and moves down to his hand, with tiny angular cracks radiating from it in all directions. Upon looking more careful, however, you realize that the center of the tattoo is actually a large scar, effectively making the tattoo its embellishment. Your curious stare provokes the indifferent from him, as well as a couple of words express a mildly annoyed manner. You need something, bud? My name's Errol and I had some questions. Questions, a man gets tired of those after a while, especially if they are being asked by random strangers. Is that a yes or no? Well, I told you my name, so I'm not a complete stranger. He chuckles. No, you said a name. I don't know if it's really yours, but it could be anyone for all I know. Still, can I just ask you a few questions? He inspects you for a few seconds, too long. I'll bite. Ask your questions. Now whether you'll get an answer, that's a whole different matter. He returns to his drinks. What can you tell me about your tattoo scar? Takes a look at the scar, staring at it for a few moments, taking a sip of his drink in this process. The scar is from an accident. The tattoo is from a tattoo shop. Can you tell me a bit more about it? Nope. He takes a sip of his drink. Why not? Why should I? Because I asked nicely. Well, tough luck. Any more questions? Okay, who are you anyway? Why do you ask? You seem someone familiar. He answers without looking at you. From where? You ask a lot of questions, do you know that? Well, bud, do you know So do you. Now, what did you say about me being familiar? Forget about it. I had other questions for you. All right. Can you not call me bud? He gives you a different look. All right, bud. No problem. Better? Yeah. You pipe worker. Okay, let's just bring in the last part of the quest for the guy at the bottom in the train station, and next time we're gonna continue with the investigation from SGS. The SGS one is the most complex one. You can also finish it by saying that Big Brett did it, but usually that ends up in Brett murdering the brother. Well, maybe if you intervene, he doesn't kill him, but again, that's kind of like a fake way to do it. Or, of course, there are other ways to finish the quest. As you come closer, you see his expression has changed into that of a great satisfaction. Then the frigid stare still remains, however. Perfect, I must say, I enjoy your methods. At first, I was surprised when I saw the ads had turned into something quite different than the norm, but after I uh, finally realized what I was looking at, he chuckles. I am pleased you can inform Jack that the rest of the money will be transferred to him within hours. As for me, I'll be leaving for now. So long. I always get the job done. Farewell. Easy peasy. Now we're gonna do a hard save over here, and next time we're gonna investigate with the ex-protectorate guy. Also, we don't have the drug in our inventory anymore. Yeah, okay guys, thank you for watching. You're all awesome, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye 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 bye.